flowers, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my second video in the series where I recommend books to you based off your Enneagram type. Now, Enneagram is just a personality trait that describes what a person is like. We've done type 1 in the last video. That was the perfectionist, and today we're doing type 2, the servant. So, Enneagram type 2 is the servant, and by that, they are the people pleasers. They are the ones who are generous and demonstrative and go above and beyond when it comes to meeting the needs of others, whether they know them or not. Basically, think of the Molly Weasleys of the world. That is our type 2. So the books that I would recommend to this type are books that have a strong sense of family, or they have a main character who really centers around serving the needs of others and trying to please people and help other people. To begin, I would like to recommend a book that has a character like you, type 2. So the book that I'd like to recommend is Emma by Jane Austen, the story of a matchmaker whose good intentions go bad and the fallout of what happens when you try to play the role of Cupid. I love this book, and even though it might seem a little silly that Emma thought her matchmaking could possibly go right, she had good intentions. So Emma is a person who is full of love. Love for her friends, love for her father, who she works to serve and make happy even though he's always ill. And so in that nature, we see kind of like the servitude, but she also tries to help her friends by helping them find love, even though she's not interested in it herself. And so through that love for her father and the servitude, I think you really see Emma's nature as a type 2. All right, another book that is perfect for the type 2 and that has a character that is just like you is Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. This story is about our main character, Lou, who lives for her family and lives with her family even into adulthood, and she's still trying to figure life out. So when she gets fired at her job, she gets another one as a caretaker for a man who was injured in an accident. And all of Lou's life is about helping other people, whether she's helping her family survive or helping the man at work that she cares for. And so on that level, we see her generosity, but this is also a story of love. Love for family, who she has very close connections with, and then love for the man that she takes care of. So all of that combined, I think that Lou is the embodiment of the type 2, and I think that you would really enjoy Me Before You. The next book that I'd like to recommend is one that simply embodies the type. It's full of family vibes and generosity, and that is The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society by Marianne Schaefer and Annie Barrows. So this book is a war story in which this community kind of builds around this book club where they meet and they provide for each other and give each other potato peel pie and whatever else they have in a time where there's not much to be sharing anyways. So it has strong family vibes, even though it's more like a found family type of thing. And there's so much generosity. The whole book just feels like a warm hug with a type 2 person, and I think that you would definitely enjoy it. The next book that I would like to recommend is a book for young readers and old readers too. And that book is The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. Oh, if there was ever a more perfect book for a type 2, it's this one. Basically, our main character is this tree who gives and gives and gives of herself to a little boy until she has nothing left. And if that is not a type 2, then I do not know what is, because a core struggle of the type 2 is that they are so generous and so giving that they don't have anything left from themselves, and they're very burnt out and exhausted. And so type 2s, I think that this story would touch your heart. I think it's so appropriately tied to all of your core characteristics. and I think you'll love it. And as is the case with every video in this recommendation series, the last book that I recommend is one that I think will just help you grow. So like I said, one of the big issues with type 2 is that they give and give so much they have nothing left. So the book that I'd like for you to read is Maybe You Should Talk to Someone by Lori Gottlieb. This is a story of a therapist and her experience she's had with clients and her experiences that she's had with her own therapist. What I love about this book is that it really normalizes talking to therapists and needing help. And I feel like that as a person who serves and gives so much, type 2, you're very likely to not ask for help when you need it. And so I think that this book would just kind of give you the permission, if you need it, to take care of yourself. And with that, those are all of my 5 recommendations for the Enneagram Type 2. If you're an Enneagram Type 2, definitely let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know if you have any recommendations for the Type 2 that I didn't mention, or if you kind of agree, disagree with any of my recommendations, let me know. And otherwise, I will speak to you very, very soon. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.